Hello everyone, welcome back to Shapes 2. In the last episode, we just started delivering this new milestone shape and calculated it would be about 15 minutes before it's all plumbed through, and so we should go work on something else. What looks interesting? There's this that we didn't finish. This is where we're closest to getting a large science payout, right? And it's with easy shapes we understand, so I guess we'll just do that. And it's already the one that's pinned here. So my recollection is that somewhere around here, yeah, this, I already have half the shape I need coming in, right? I just need to chop it in half and paste a circle on top of it. Oh, wait a minute. I thought... Okay, I guess I didn't understand a little bit about how shapes work. I forgot that they're kind of glued together. I thought if you took a circle and put it on top of a half shape, half of the circle would fall through. That's not the case. So this shape is, you have to drop an entire circle. If you dropped like a right half circle and then a left half circle, you wouldn't get what you want. Okay, fine. So we'll just take a 4-belt half destroyer, and we have exactly the right thing here. Ta-da! Destroys the left half. And where are circles? Well, I had one just moments ago here, but then I was like, oh, I'll cut out these belts. Shows what I get, huh? Or that's what I get. Give me the stacker here. The orientation is a little hard to see. I guess like that. There we go. So that is the shape we want. There we go. Oh, why is this coming in down here? I guess I could just send it in along the top plane, but I won't. I'll send it in the bottom instead. It's not a big deal. I still haven't totally gotten the hang of the mechanics, like the keyboard manipulations you have to do to get space belts working properly. Not that it's complicated, I just like have to get used to it. Okay, so this is now, I think... No, I should look here, and it'll tell me. No, don't do that. Yeah, that's the shape we want. A whole circle on top of that thing. So the next step is going to be shaving the left half off of that, which will be very simple. I'll just, is it going to be the left half? Oh my god, I'm dizzy. I got rotated wrong. Here we go. This is the way things work. So we are delivering these. Yeah, it is just the left half that needs to go. So whenever we're ready, we can put a left half destroyer right here, and we'll be set. Come on, guys, get in there. It's very peaceful. Just watching stuff zoom into the vortex and the chill music. Like you could spend an afternoon watching this. Some of you are, but you know, more action than just watching the vortex, I hope, is what this video is delivering. I'm gonna wait for this to finish actually rather than start something else, because it's so like it's almost done, and the next step is really simple, and to do something else I'm gonna have to seek out something more complicated to work on. It'll be a little more involved to go figure out what I should start on, so that's probably enough, right? Yep. Cash that in. And there you go. That's the shape we want. Cool. Right, new task. So this looks simple enough, right? It's just a... I mean, this is like just a throughput task, right? I guess. It's saying like, just make these half, or these double quarter circles and squares very quickly and stack them on top of each other. You need a small number of the squares and a large number of the circles. So, I mean, that seems fine, right? I have circles and squares all over the place. Here, right? Because you don't want to use the stuff in front of the vortex. That's delivery space, right? So I need a smallish number. Minor platform of squares. So I think I'll just do 4 belts of this. I mean, the thing is, $20 science, yeah, so I couldn't do anything very meaningful with 20 science. I could pick up Swapper if I wanted it, but I don't need it really. I could pick up Wire Basics. Oh no, leave me out of that, man. Oh, maybe it's that each input, rather than making the 4 belts go at like a quarter speed, then half speed, then 3/4 speed, then full speed, it's the first input only turns on these 4. I don't know, something like that. So I could split squares, yielding 8 lanes of half squares, and then do some rejiggering around to turn those into 8 lanes of like diagonally opposed double quarter squares. Then I'd have 8 lanes of this input. Oh, let's at least pin that, right? Where is it? This one. This one would be easier to do, sort of, but it's more steps, and this one looks more interesting. You don't, I mean, we only need 560, well, 1,000 something total ever. Building big for 8 lanes just does not seem necessary for this. Right? So, like, is it even worth... Let's pin this one too, why not? You can change the order they're pinned in. Okay. But I want this order. Oh, rotate it? Oh, these are so cute! Look at this shape! So that's, you know, boring old guy. But then it's like, yeah, pile this on top of... Right? That's kind of nice. And my circle throughput is going to be the bottleneck eventually anyway. So I think what I'm going to do is simplify and just build 4 belts of half circles, not 8. Even squares, I mean, half squares. So let's take a half destroyer here, like so. Rotate 90 degrees. I don't even have one of those, do I? I mean, I guess though, it's again just like, what am I doing? This. Ah! No, redo. Come back. I hit Control Z instead of Control X, I think. So if I take this and put in 90-degree rotators in either direction, then I get this. Then I want a splitter. Where's that called? A cutter. And it's just a monster. There. So now we'll have what? Bottom left and bottom right squares. So let's rotate the and I've built this a million times, but it still doesn't feel like actually blueprinting it is, oops, it is saving me much. So now I've got it rotated, and if I stack these... did I choose the rotation wrong? I'd have bottom left square twice? Okay, I did. So let's rotate this counterclockwise instead. And clear the backlog, please. Now I have top right and bottom left, and if I join those with a stacker... this. There we go. Then I have the foundation piece. And I can just start slapping similarly aligned circles. And, well, I was about to say that I could copy this little configuration and just reuse it for, like, making circles, which I could do. But actually, I'm now noticing I could at least do this so that if I decide to mine here, I actually can, right? That works? Yeah, because the mining is above. Huh. Oh yeah, and it does. It only makes one of these appear, I see. So this does not make physical sense, but apparently it is allowed. Okay, good to know. What's the ratio of squares to circles I need for the final part of this task, I guess is what I should look up. Eventually I need 3 circles to 1 square. This one's already partly cut, although I don't think this makes my life any easier. Actually, kind of... I'm putting out only... Where is it? I'm lost. Here. 4 belts of half squares. So 3 times that would be 12 belts of half circles, which weirdly is 4 copies of 3/4 of a circle. Right? No, it's only 2 copies because it has to be half. So like if you took 2 of these, you'd have 6 total circle segments, and you could organize those into 3 groups of 2. So 8 miners here would be exactly enough. But it seems like a lot of work when I could just copy this and have... Like, then I would need 12 miners on normal circles, which I could maybe almost manage. Oh yeah, I have a bunch of circles up here. Right. And then here. So I actually have enough... I have enough circle capacity that I could just do this. Nobody even wants these anymore, right? This is just junk? No one cares about this? Okay. No. Just this, please. Okay. And then, I mean, I could get rid of this, but I don't need the platform space, and maybe someday I'll want... Oh, this shape looks familiar. This is just what I want. And then putting a half circle on it would get me another Nobel Prize. So I could just mine this in and have a good time with that, eh? And there's a half circle coming from here, right? I mean, while we're here, I guess. Just cut all that stuff out. There we go. Milestone completed. You know, I could just leave these belts in. They're not hurting anybody. And then if I ever come from the top, then it can merge. Like, if I'm ever trying to deliver from both of these endpoints, I'll have some issues. But, oh, milestone completed. But for now, it's just fine. Right, and let's pin that new task that we're suddenly working on. All right, what do we get? Well, fluids and painting, we knew that. But how does it work? Tell me about it. Let's break up with these boring gray shapes. I already did red, you jerk. I guess that was... No, it was a milestone task. It wasn't a side task. Okay, you can extract fluids and paint shapes. Don't spill anything. Okay, whatever. That's flavor text. So it wants this. I've already done these. I have blue squares just lying there. Let's ship them in. Fluid launcher. Oh, how fun. Okay, good. I love the launchers. They're so silly. Paint the top layer. Fluid miners. Operator level? I don't quite understand what that means, but okay. So more information. A fluid miner. Yes, this makes sense. Fluid miner extensions, yes, sure. Place pumps on the fluid miner. Liters per minute. Pipes transport fluids. Transportation happens instantly, but they have a throughput limit. Interesting. Okay. Space pipes. Yeah, can't go on belts. Tunnels. I assume they have a throughput limit also, but also somehow work instantly? Doesn't look instant. Connect fluid and shapes to a painter. Yes, this seems simple enough. Color blindness. Oh, they even have a thing here to let you know. I mean, these do all look different to me, but I could imagine having trouble distinguishing them if they weren't right next to each other. Like, oh, is this one the teal or the light blue or the green? And the red and the pink are not great either. I'm not sure this is much better. I might turn it on, though. We'll see if I need to or not. Okay, see, trains, that's the one I'm interested in getting to. So, operator. Okay, now I find out what operator levels are. Ah, keep delivering past milestones to increase your operator level. Okay. So this is where the kind of... I don't know if you would call it infinite science, like in Factorio, maybe. Eventually you get to, like, space science, where you can just, like... There's unlimited levels of upgrades you can get that just cost exponentially more. Once you get to, like, white science, basically. Maybe there's some below that? I don't remember. And in, like, in many factory games, there's something like this. Some reason to... So far, every factory we've built, when we're done with it, it was just like, yeah, let's just tear it down. I don't need it anymore. Now we're finally getting to the point where they're teaching us, okay, you're going to need persistent throughput of this stuff forever. And if you can scale it up more, you will be rewarded. I don't know what this is... Oh, I see. Next. Ah, okay. So these 8 things don't have their own individual, like, work on the blue and red square circle thing to accomplish X, but rather improving at any one of these gives you the same reward, but also, I imagine, makes the next level of reward more difficult. Well, no. Only the next level of that reward, I assume. So, like, when I deliver this, they're going to want more than 15k the next time, right? But they'll probably still only want 12k of this for the next level here. So you're encouraged to branch out rather than go super deep. I assume. It's the obvious way this kind of thing would work. But they haven't told me it for sure yet. Oh, this is finally going. So that's why. I was saying, oh, look, I already have some blue squares. I could just, like, tear this stuff down and deliver the blue squares and make progress on this task. And I guess I will do that. But it's not free. Because now, by delivering for this task, I'm reducing my throughput on this operator level goal, right? Okay, that's cute. Why is this flashing? What do you want me to know? Oh, fluids, yeah. Sure. Another time. Do underground belts cost more? So it was... I'm at 1160. This costs 3. And that costs another 3. But the distance in between you're not charged for. So it is overall the same cost as just running a belt, right? This is 6 tiles. Okay, so you're not really penalized for going under stuff. Not that, like, the platform limit has been a big deal. Oh, that's why this doesn't work. I'm only feeding it in... Okay, well... Yeah. Alright, well, let's do this then. A little late. But I see. That you can't just do that. You would have to figure out a way to sideload all 4 belts to merge properly, which we don't really have. Is there green paint around? There's green paint over here. Maybe we should just work on that to keep the milestone guys happy and also learn how paint works. Fluid buildings. So yeah, this is for working within the building. But where are my... Do I have to unlock that now? The fluid speeder upper? Fluid miner extensions, 25. Okay. Well, we want, I guess, to finish this, because I don't want to work on this until I have the ability to do 4 lanes easily. Where was I doing this whole square chopping up business? Over here? So I think I came to the conclusion that really I have enough circles that I can just, like, do this. I don't have to be super efficient in how I use my inputs. So I have circles coming... I have diametrically opposed quarter circles coming from each of these lanes. And I just want to merge them with this. Right. What order do they need to go in? Squares on the bottom. So chuck a stacker in there, just like that, please. And then let's do the same thing here, but we won't actually connect it until they ask for more stuff. Meanwhile, let's copy that. I'm not gonna do what you. I'm not gonna do what you tell me. I'm like Rage Against the Machine. So there's the squares. Are the circles? Yeah, they're oriented right. Okay. And it's just 4 belts, but that's fine. We don't need very many of them. There's probably enough already on the track that if this had processed them all, I could just add the next thing and the backlog would be, but anyway, it's not. Okay, one more science for that. And this wants more circles, huh? Okay, so, whoops. For now, let's do this. And I guess what I'll do is take a minor platform here. And where does the circle go in this shape? It goes on top of the blue square. So let's put a stacker. I don't know why it tells me press shift to place anyway when I'm not allowed to actually do that. Okay, and now I just cut that down because I thought it would take me a while to get this going, and I didn't want to waste blue squares for the operator task in the meantime. I'm not sure that was really worth the trouble. Oh, one of my milestones is just this flipped and placed on itself? What? That's the easiest thing I've ever heard of, man. let's just have another one of these then. But with a stacker in this orientation. And we're like set, right? Nope, we're not. Knock it off. This needs a 180 rotator, which I think I do actually have. There we go. Right? Yeah. Bottom spikes and top spikes. Alright, that's done. And now we can do this. The next step of it, which is just merging this in. And what's the step after that? It's just another circle thing. Which is, well, here. I don't have quite enough circles. But I mean, like, I could just, okay, I can use these four, right? The problem is I can't go under them all because I need this spot to get in. So what I'm actually going to do is this. I guess, no. I want to kind of copy and kind of delete, huh? So let's, I don't know, copy this as a... Does this make any sense? Kind of. Extremely stupid. I'm sure there was a better way to do this. I don't even really need the top row because nobody's using it. But I feel like for aesthetics, I should. What? I think that's my mouse's fault. I think it's letting go in the middle of a click somewhere. I can't blame the game for that. And I won't blame myself, so it must be the mouse. Okay. So now I can easily build some miners here. To adjoin onto this nonsense. I guess like that. And honestly, there are probably enough on this belt already. But I guess, you know, let's be silly and go all the way out here to join up with this so that it's more symmetrical? Oh, you needed... Hang on, don't do this yet. Yeah, that's going to be enough, I think. Well, just in case. I have more building to do. I need to copy this little configuration as well. Like so. There we go. Cache this in. Are we ready for fluids yet? Don't ask that on the first stage, by the way. We are. Yeah, fluid miner extensions. So now I could do all that. But this could be my chance to finish a video in a reasonable amount of time instead of like getting over the hour barrier and then being like, oh man, why does everything take so long? Boy, it's also slow, huh? Okay, this is going up at a reasonable pace. Yeah, this is going to take a while. Let's get over here. Mine some green goo. So is that shift 1, shift 2? Yeah, and if I'm out here... Okay, that does zoom me in. So it's, the platform level stuff is all separate. Okay, so I want fluid miners. Yes, I understand this. And I want them to look like this. So that's... Oh, look, they fill up. Hang on. Oh, this one's pointing the wrong way. There we go. Bloop, bloop. I love it. Okay. So, here's where I guess we get to find out, are pipes instantaneous, like space pipes as well, instantaneous, or is it just the... like surface level pipes? Like if I do this, do I get green goop there already, or is it way over here only? It looks like, oh, well, neither, because I haven't connected anything. Great. That's actually good, I'm choosing to say, because it means that when I do connect it all up, I can already have something at the other end and see whether it's the pipe like comes out immediately. I don't know, whatever. Let's just build fluid no. Zoomed in level. Let's build pumps. Place pipes, yes, I understand. And notice this fluid miner, they've given us like a different amount of space. Oh no, these are not instantaneous. They're clearly going along. Okay, got it. Whee. They've the mining platform for mining things has more vacant, wasted space in it. Kind of, you might, as I did in the early game, use that space to do some silly stuff and not see a very pleasant symmetrical routing to the outputs. And I think at the beginning of the game, you're not yet like attuned to, okay, the modular design of platforms, because you don't even know what those are, and like the fact that everything should kind of treat these as the input-output ports, so that you should just route. Anyway, I don't know. But now that you've like understood how platforms work, they're like, you don't need a lot of space on a pipe drilling platform. Just connect stuff to the outputs, you idiot. So let's save this as a for where's fluid? That's color. This is like extract. Is it this? Kinda. It's almost this, but it isn't quite. Alright, I'll just click on it, whatever. Well, these have pictures of fluid on them. Maybe it's this, actually. I don't know. I don't think so. Platform. These are drillers. What are these called? They're not drills. They're pumps. Pump platform. Okay. Meanwhile, we've accomplished many goals. And this one's done. No new levels for that. How's this going? I haven't started on it. That makes sense. I wish you could like hide the ones you're done with. There it is. Hide the locked ones too. The ones I'm going to do someday long in the future, I don't care to know about at this time. Show locked. I mean, it's kind of useful to know what I'm saving up for. Okay, this stuff, yeah. So, where do I want to get squares from? Shape, oh. Ah, I finished this thing. So now I need to paint that blue, which, whatever. But I have all this green goo. And I have a bunch of squares here that I was using for this old task. But I don't think anybody wants that anymore, right? Like, it's not one of the operator things. Those are just old milestones you should leave alone. It was this, and I don't need that anymore. So I can just tear that down. This whole array here can go. And now, look at that. Squares and green. A marriage made in heaven. So let's grab a... Yeah, I don't know about fold. Oh. So how does the blueprint hotbar work? Maybe, okay. So they told me about it and I wasn't listening. But let's say I put a minor platform here. That's kind of cool, right? Then I could just click this and find it easily. Shift 2? No. Space. And then this. Now, already I don't have to take this so far. So... Is it a... What piece is it that wants to do this? A painter. So what does a painter look like? More information. Is this 2 painters or 1 painter? It looks like 2 painters, right? It must be. So painters have like, they can throughput paint. Or fluids, I guess. Maybe there's other kinds of fluids in the future. So there's kind of the option of, oh, this is so you can stack them next to each other and they just pass, I see. Okay. Let's just put it here. I guess actually, let's point it that way. I don't know. We'll probably make a blueprint out of this paint applier, huh? It's been a while since we did any new design. This shouldn't be a complicated design, but it might be. It should be easy, right? So let's painters. You need 4 per belt and per fluid. Fluid launcher? That's a little bit of a weird way to put it. Oh boy, okay. I need to upgrade my painters to match up with everything else. That's expensive. Yeah, so right now I can do like 120 per minute of items, but only a quarter as much when painting. Yikes. So why can fluid launchers... They can support 4 pumps. I guess so you could merge them all and just launch once, and then unmerge if you wanted. Okay. And how many pumps to fill a painter? I mean, it looks like 10. But maybe upgrading painting speed will make a difference. It's not clear. Okay, yeah, so painting is actually going to be a bottleneck until we get painting speed improved. What did I... Oh, well, I took the fluid speeder upper. That's clearly useful. Okay. So, but the point is, it's 4 per belt. Although that's only at my current speed. If I make these faster, could I possibly need more of them? No, that doesn't make any sense. Ah, so it's... Okay. It's a machine that... Yeah, this should be easy. It doesn't even have like an input and output like the stacker does. It's, as far as items are concerned, it's more like a rotator or something like that, a half destroyer. You just line them all up and... No, it's more like a rotator. It's a half destroyer you would want to build in the... I don't know, whatever. So we want 4 of those here. Another 4 here. Let's scoot over a little bit so it's easy to run a pipe in here if I want, which I probably will want. Is that... Oh, I see. It's a... I was confused because it put conveyor belts in, but the pipe's actually going to go along a conveyor belt, huh? And then into a pipe? Very weird. I guess I'm here for it. So I think we should run the pipes on the mostly upper level and just drop them down to feed into here, basically. And then it'll be real simple. Is that connected up properly? I guess it is. Yeah. It's got a little gear on it. How silly is that? A valve? Now, I guess what I should do is copy this and mirror it. Except that the pipes are going to be messed up if I do that. There's plenty of space, though. I can just not have a symmetrical layout because my piping is a little bit weird. So let's copy this. Put it... Just keep staggering down and to the right, basically. Like so. That seems fine. There we go. And we could continue running the pipe through? Well, okay, wait a minute. How many painters to soak up a full pump's worth of stuff? There's 2 different ratios now. Like it says, buildings per fluid launcher. And a fluid, like, so that should be, 1 pipe should be enough to run this whole thing. I shouldn't actually need all 4, right? Well, no. Because, okay, hang on. Over here, I have 16 pumps, and I'm treating... As far as I understand it, yeah, it's 4 of these per fluid launcher. So each pipe is effectively 1 fluid launcher's worth of throughput. And these want 4 per fluid launcher. So it is 1 pipe to 4 of these. Okay, don't do what I did. There we go. Nope, this is a belt. You don't want a belt? You want a pipe? Here you want a belt, though. Okay, so is this gonna work? Yeah, we're putting out green shapes. And it's not so easy to look inside these pipes and tell if they're like... No, something's wrong. Oh, right. This is because my painters aren't upgraded enough. This is a correct design. But I'll want more painters. Well, I mean, I guess in that case... Why don't I just, like, throw in some more painters until I get that upgrade, right? Does this help? This is stupid! This doesn't make any sense! I'm just painting them the same color over and over. Ah! I was thinking that I could somehow split them along multiple things this way, but that doesn't make any... What a... Oh, man. Okay. Well, great. We have a design that doesn't make any sense. Let's just delete it, shall we? I might want... I guess what I'll do is... this. So I can keep raising the pipes up to the 2nd level, which is, I guess, a little bit useful. Yes, this is why I should have ended the episode a while ago. It would be a triumphant episode instead of one where I realize I'm just as dumb as I've always been. So something like this, except probably flipped. Getting 4 of these looks kind of... Like, I'm going to need to fit 16 of these in a way that I can actually dispatch to properly. This could be... Is this as hard as the cutter? I hope it isn't. It shouldn't be. It should be much easier. So... Well... Maybe it looks something like this. So we send the first lane up here. And like they merge back up and that's all cool, right? But how do we get the pipes here without crossing any of the belts? Obviously, it's very simple. You can just do this. But can I fit 4 of that pattern in here? Not easily, I think. And it's very... I haven't done it yet, but it's easy to run the pipes so that they go down to there. And this doesn't feel like how it's supposed to work, somehow. Because the painters have kind of like a pass-through mechanism that I feel like I should be using. but I don't understand what it's for exactly. Well, okay, I can make this take up less space, obviously. Although not a lot less. By doing this. It is a lot less. And now it's easy to take a pipe and run it down like this, right? So I think that's a full belt-ish? It looks like it is, right? And why does it feel like if it's 4 painters for a full belt, but my painters are, it's only 30 per meter, right? Well, like a minute, not meter. It says M, it should be meter, right? A minute is abbreviated differently in SI. I understand in this game they don't bother with meters, so M for minute and S for second is very normal, but it did briefly confuse me. So it still looks hard to fit 4 more of that array in here, despite there being tons of space. It's just going to add a lot of routing constraints, isn't it? I guess I'll try it. So, like, this is sort of the important part. And I think I could fit it, like, it should be fine here? Is that crazy? It might not be crazy. I think that's actually great. Yeah, this is so much easier than I thought it might be. I mean, you know, famous last words, I guess, but right? Why are you not going? Because this somehow is not connected down? That was on the wrong height or something? What's going on? This was supposed to... There's goop on the floor. This is supposed to go up and connect there. I don't know what was there, but apparently it was wrong. And then I can just take this and connect it there. Okay, slight... I did put it a little bit too high. There's no room for the output of any of this stuff. Oh boy. Well, if I have to put it lower, that means I have to make a bit more room for these guys. Okay, but that's all fine. So if I just hit paste, is it going to be the same thing again? It is. I don't know. It now no longer looks like I have room. When I did this, things looked great. Now that this, dicey. Could I fit one here? I think so. There's just enough room. No, there isn't, because I can't get to all 3 of these. Well, technically, maybe I could if I used upstairs to route. Let's give this a try. So you go here. Wait, couldn't I scoot this further left then? Yeah, I could. So cancel that, paste it like here. I just have to change the belt direction a bit, right? Yeah. And then run the piping in. And then do this. And now there's still room for 2 convenient outputs. I think it makes sense to just trace along here. Not sure. And maybe I can squeeze one more array here and one here. It shouldn't be hard. I mean, like it should be hard. That's the challenge of the game. It's enjoyable. But it doesn't look like it's hard, and then it is. Now here the issue is the pipes from the upstairs are coming from somewhere different. Actually, wait a minute. I'm treating these pipes. I could scoot all this up a step, right? They could be on top of the belts. That would be fine. I don't know why they aren't. So like do this, right? At the very least, we could do this. And then of course this. And that saves us some more space at the upper level. And you could do the same thing here. I know nobody told me I had to do all this in this size, but like I said in numerous previous episodes, I find that an interesting challenge. And if it became impossible, sure, I would use a bigger one. But I think it's fun to try to squeeze these in to a smaller space. So if I now... I don't think I could squeeze it further, right? I don't think I could say... Like, let's just... Oops. Do this. Because you can't go down and also be a junction at the same... Like, you can't switch levels while being a junction, is a rule I seem to have learned. You know, maybe one day I'll learn I was wrong about that rule, but that's my current understanding. So this... I want to put here. I think this is going to be another case where I have to do the building upstairs. And invert, like have the belts be upstairs and the pipes be downstairs and then lift them up. Because there's just so much floor space being used on the bottom layer for this. Right? Because I can't fit that in. I can do this. Right? No problem. Ish. I think. Or even way over here if I wanted, right? Maybe that's the way to go. because with that, I can just connect this one up. And this pipe can connect here. What's the problem here? Oh, the pipe just says it wants to go somewhere that it doesn't go. That's fine. I don't really care about that. And I could save a bit more upper floor space if I had to, I think, by changing the direction these downs go so it comes in from the right, but it doesn't seem necessary. So this. Now, well, wait a minute. I mean, obviously that, right? There does not look like there is space here for one more. Right? It's certainly not on the ground. There might be here, but it looks messy. Did I ever get my operator level up, by the way? Just out of curiosity? No. Close. Not that it matters. It's just 2 more science. Just curious. So if I know this doesn't work because I can't paste to the upper level or whatever. But is that the only reason it doesn't work? Could I, like... Like, it looks like there's room here, doesn't it? The piping would have to change a little. But not that much. Maybe if I just put it up in this corner? I think that works. Oh, no, it doesn't, because there's no way for the pipes to get in. I was saying, okay, I'll run the pipes along the ground and then pull them up to match here, but that doesn't fit because the ground is being used up, and I don't have a 3rd level. Obviously, if I had a 3rd level, this would be no probs. And I feel as though there might be a way with, like, launchers to squeeze stuff in even as is. Right? Go truly chaotic. Because I think this is more complicated than the stacker that I did, right? Where do I have one of those? Here? And this thing's a bit of a mess. Actually, it's very similar to a stacker. What's the difference? I guess the difference is that the stacker, while it takes 2 inputs, it expects them to be on different layers. Oh, hang on. This is backed up because I still have this going and no one even wants this shape anymore. So I'm not sending enough of my blue squares up this way. This should block soon, right? Yeah, there it goes. Why this keeps flashing at me because I could use my research on some useless garbage? No thanks. Yeah, this really should be pushing through a whole line. And it will once the blues catch up, I think. Whew, look at them go! Oh, that looks like a fun ride. There shouldn't be any staggering. We should output a full line once the blues... But they look caught up, don't they? A shape goal. I can produce the next shape. Oh, so now it wants half-colored stuff. Okay. But... Right, the problem is, this requires kind of 2 levels. I feel like there must be a better way to do this, and I don't understand it. It does look pretty, though. Well, I think that'll be a problem for tomorrow. This has gone on long enough. I should have stopped at 30 minutes when I was feeling excited and on a high of genius. Still, it's obviously it's been enjoyable, and we've made lots of progress. I just eventually had to do a new design problem, and it's a new design problem, so it's taken a while. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.